do have some family here, but starting off in the real estate industry, what was the biggest challenges that you faced starting off, and I guess how did you kind of overcome those?
Well, I think my early experiences with real estate are probably very uh, usual, common. You get your real estate license, and while you're in school, you really get your license with this feeling like I'm going to do great. Real estate's going to be my thing, and you feel really empowered. And then you go to an office, and they hire you, and you come and you sit down, and then you realize that you don't know what to do. You're like, how do I make money? Like, I
Yes.
mean, nobody's walking in the door asking me to show them a house.
Yeah, it's definitely on the same
So you
page.
kind of got to figure out how to make the phone ring, how to make appointments happen, and that's the thing that they don't teach you
Yeah.
in real estate school.
I don't teach you in school.
Yeah. So that was my early experience, and that's actually what led to my first aha moment. Because like everybody in my first year, I struggled a lot. My first year I had 3 sales and maybe like 1 rental. And probably like a lot of people, I was like, man, am I going to make it? Am I not going to make it? But back then, this is before the internet. And this is before the MLS was on the computers. Back then, the MLS was a book, like the white pages,
Yeah.
phone book, it was a long time ago, long time.
I remember they used to throw those on the front step. Believe me, I'm old enough to remember it to a degree.
Yeah. So I noticed that everybody would get the Sunday newspaper. And the Sunday newspaper in the Miami Herald was a thick section. And that's how you would prospect. That's how you would call FSBOs. You'd call them up and constantly pop, 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 pop. And I knew from my experience in Vegas of using the newspaper ads that the first weekend is when you get the most phone calls, right? So I would call people, and the experience that I had with people, by the time I called them, they were not interested in talking to anybody because they were trying to sell a house, and primarily everybody that was calling them was a real estate agent.
Yeah.
So then I got this notion like, why don't I wait till a month from now? So I stopped using current newspapers, and I would only use newspapers that were at least a month old, 4 or 5 weeks old. Because also the ad runs for a month. That's how you pay for it. You pay for it for a month.
Okay.
So I said, I'm going to try that. And that was like a big, huge pivotal point, because when I started calling people, hey, hi, I'm calling about the house at 123 Street. Oh,